So let us begin. And we are going to talk everything about AAA in this session today, whether you guys have attempted SBR beforehand or you're planning two papers together. We're going to discuss everything. Now, let's first talk about this advanced audit and assurance. I am sure the first impression you have about this optional paper is that maybe this exam is too much difficult, which is why the pass rate is very low. How many of you have that impression? That the pass rate is very low, so this is going to be a very difficult nut to crack, or it's a very difficult paper. Yeah. How many of you have that mindset? Many. Now you must have heard it from one of your friends, someone in the WhatsApp group, or someone studying with you in some institution, or anyone you met in the exam center. So you must have heard about this thing that yes, this AAA paper is very, very challenging. Now, what you need to understand is that yes, it is challenging, but it's the syllabus which is very easy, but it's the application which is very difficult. So these are two different things, syllabus and the application. Now, why students flunk this paper? You need to understand that. The first reason is that they do not know IFRS. Yes, that's true. I'm not saying it because I teach IFRS, but because that is the reality. You go and ask someone out there who has done AAA, and you ask them that why you flunked the paper, or why do you think you're not doing good in that paper? They would give you this reason only. That, the core content, when we were typing our answers, we were missing the core. We were not able to get enough information to write. We were falling short of words. Now, why does that happen? Because the most core of AAA revolves around IFRS, and the rest of the theoretical areas are related to ISAs. So these are the things that you have to keep in mind, okay, that you have to make sure that your knowledge on IFRS is top notch. Above that, you have a bearable knowledge about ISAs as well. Because in AAA, when I will apply my knowledge, or I'll apply my rules that I've learned, the first thing that I'll have to identify is the accounting issue. And when you'll identify the accounting issue, of course, you'll apply your SBR knowledge. So SBR is very strategic to pass AAA. So if you are someone who's recently passed SBR, this is the best attempt to go for AAA. If you are someone who's planning SBR and AAA together, I've already made a video on SBR and AAA together. So just Google SBR and AAA together and you'll see my face and the video. Okay, and that is something that you have to follow religiously. So if you plan on to give these two papers together. Now you understand that AAA's core technicality lies in its application. So ma'am, that means I should be really good at practice. What I need to do is practice, practice, and practice, right? So to do this practice, what should be my timeline? Should I do it along with my syllabus? Should I do it after syllabus? If after syllabus, what is the time to start with the exam kit? I would say you should never do it simultaneously, because this is a professional paper, and honestly, just by doing few areas of your syllabus, you cannot expect yourself to be a king or the queen of that particular topic and solve a 25 marker or a 50 marker. You can solve portions of a question, but not the whole question. That's for sure. So you can do certain portions simultaneously. Like, for example, you did audit risk. Now you can solve an audit risk related question, just a requirement of that, not the full question, just one requirement. And that is something that you cannot do yourself. So you will have to need someone to cherry pick that question out for you, that particular question, that particular requirement for you, so that you can refer to it and you can simultaneously solve it. Now, once you've done that, what next? The next criteria should be that, okay, I am done with my, I'm done with my syllabus. I'm starting with my exam kit. I think you should start with your exam kit by the end of April. So I'm saying full-fledged exam kit. I'm not saying that you've never touched exam kit. You will touch the exam kit throughout your, whatever time frame you'll be doing your concepts. You will keep on simultaneously solving the case studies as well, like requirements of it. You'll not be very new to it, but simultaneously you're doing just small parts. Holistically, religiously, you should start with the kit by April end. Then you have Super 20 classes, you have your ultimate planner to follow, just like I used to give for SPR. Same is the criteria for AAA as well, right? Now, the syllabus of AAA, if I talk about the syllabus of this paper, I believe it is the easiest in the world and that you should use to your advantage. So you can cover the syllabus as soon as possible. So I'm going to give you certain notes and I'm going to give you lectures related. You have to just completely go through those lectures. No need of any study text, nothing, just the notes and the lectures. And that would be it. That's the only thing which is required. And after doing your syllabus, you'll just quickly jump onto the practice without any further ado or without any delay. So this is going to be a seamless process for you, keeping in mind that we have less time and we have to cover more and we need to cover the syllabus ASAP so that we can jump to the practice, right? So that's one thing. Now, which resource we are going to follow? We are going to follow BPP for AAA at any given point. BPP is best, but if you see my portal, I have included questions from study BPP text. I've included it from BPP exam kit. I've included questions from your ACCA study hub and recent past papers. So there are a lot of questions that I've video debriefed and they're coming from various resources. So you're going to follow all of them, right? So if you're following a guided program, like you're getting mentorship for something, so you should go by the guide. So that's my suggestion. I'll be cherry picking questions from you from various resources so that you don't miss out on any resource. Okay. So that is something about AAA that I have summed up. Now I'll discuss subject, advanced audit and assurance. What exactly audit is? Yes, Zaman, all of them, whatever is there on the portal, you have to do it. What is audit? What is audit? What would you mean by audit? Can anyone tell me what exactly you mean by audit or what is the objective of audit? Why do we get audit done? Examination of financial statements. Okay, audit opinion. Thorough examination of financial statement. Right. So what exactly audit is? So if you guys write a mock, if you write an assignment and I'm checking that assignment, I'm checking that mock. So basically, guys, I'm getting into the examination of what you've written, right? So I'm getting into the analysis of what you've written. So that is basically audit. And after checking what you have made as a financial statement as an accountant, I would also give an opinion that is the financial statements correct? Are they true and fair? Is there any misstatement? If yes, why this misstatement exists? Is it a material misstatement? I'm going to tell all of that in an audit report. And that basically is the process of audit. So I will take a subject matter, which is my financial statements. I will do some work on it, that is audit procedures. And why I'm doing this work? Because I want to report my audit opinion that whether it is true and fair or not. So I am going to prepare an audit report as well. And the work that I perform for that, I'll also collect some evidence that yes, I have performed this work, right? So this is basically what I mean by the process of audit. And that's what we learn in the AAA paper, that what are the rules attached to this process. Correct? So we are going to have various areas of syllabus. Number one, ethics. As an auditor, more than anyone else, you're supposed to be ethical because you're reviewing, and people are going to, for example, the person who's checking your ACCA paper, imagine if that person is unethical. How can he impact you? So many people give ACCA papers. If that person is biased, your careers would be at stake. ACCA's profession would be at stake. So auditor is a checker. And if that person is unethical, it's not just impacting one or two people out there. It is impacting the public, the whole stakeholders. So more than an accountant or anyone else out there, the auditor is someone in the commerce field who is supposed to have the ethics. And that is why we have very stringent rules or code of ethics which are given to us by ACCA. So in your case studies, you will see that the auditor will be put up in certain situations where there will be certain ethical threats. So we will comment on it because the ethical threat exists. So that is the reason we are not able to give this service anymore, or we will withdraw from the engagement, something like that. So ethics is one part of your syllabus. Then you have money laundering. What is money laundering? Anyone? Anything you know about money laundering? Yes. Anything we know about money laundering? It's illegal. Okay, that's true. So money that comes from illegal sources and then you try to conceal it by maybe transferring it too much, or maybe transferring it to a foreign country or so. That is money laundering, right? So now in this money laundering, we are supposed to have a particular mindset when we take on clients on board as auditors. So as auditors, we should always have a check that is a client involved in some unethical activity like money laundering. So I should keep a check on that, correct? And to keep that check, I should know what are the indicators. So what exactly indicates that yes, there could be a money laundering situation? Sorry. So there can be certain red flags. Red flags like the company operates a lot more in cash. They transfer a lot of funds to foreign country. They make suspicious transactions, small transactions to shady people. So all of that are indicators of money laundering, and we have a proper topic on that. So ethics and money laundering, I club it in one unit. Then the second unit that I've created for you is audit risk and audit planning, which involves a lot of theoretical areas. What is audit planning? Why it is needed? When you onboard a client, how are you supposed to perform certain procedures on that client? Like, should you accept that client right away? How do you perform KYC? Once you accept the client, how are you supposed to sign an engagement letter with him? So all that stuff is one part. And then comes your core part of audit, that is IFRS, audit risk, audit procedure, and audit evidence. So let me tell you something on my screen now. I will just share my screen with you. Okay. Yeah, I hope the screen is visible to you. Let's continue. So we are doing AAA orientation, and we are going to discuss something about the core part of advanced audit and assurance. That involves number one, IFRS. So what my teaching strategy for this core part will be that first I will teach a particular IFRS, then I'll tell you that how in a particular situation you can think about its related audit risk. So what is an audit risk? As an auditor, I am supposed to see you're an auditor, you're an auditor, and this is the company whose financial statements you're auditing, correct? So when you're auditing the financial statements, why are you appointed? Should be your first question. We are appointed because there are certain shareholders or there are certain stakeholders, okay? You can also call them as stakeholders, shareholders or stakeholders. They have some stake in this company and they are looking at the financial statements of this company regularly. Now, the accountants of this company are reporting numbers to the shareholders and stakeholders, but they do not believe the company, which is why there is a concept of agency theory. We do not tend to believe our agents. The actual owners of a company are shareholders, but the directors or the managers are the people who are actually running the company. Now, because the principal does not actually trust the agent, that's why they appoint someone very external and independent by the name of auditor, who's going to check the financial statements and is going to comment whether they are prepared correctly or not. Right? So first thing that we would know is IFRS, what IFRS actually is. Then what is the related audit risk in this situation? Then we are going to learn about its audit procedure. So audit risk would be that auditor is checking the financial statements and he is going to be looking into risky areas like risky account balances, areas which are prone to material misstatements, where there could be misstatements. For example, a company is operating in foreign land. So there could be a possible misstatement because it's a complex transaction where you're supposed to record different foreign exchange rates, right? So that could be one of the areas which can be identified as your audit risk. Now, once we have once we've identified the audit risk, okay, once we've identified the audit risk, we are supposed to perform certain work on that. As auditor, we are supposed to perform some substantive work, not simple work where we just check and discuss something from the management. No, we have to perform substantive procedures. Now, substantive procedures are in-depth procedures. I will go into the site and inspect something. I will discuss with the management, recalculate stuff, inquire, appoint certain professionals. Maybe I want to value some asset and I'm not sure whether the company has correctly valued it or not. I, on my own expense, can hire a valuer, a market expert to actually get the valuation of that particular asset. So I will perform substantive procedures. Then after performing those procedures, I'm also supposed to collect evidence that yes, I have performed a procedure. So for example, you say, let's suppose the procedure is physically verify the factory site. Let's suppose that's the procedure. Physically verify the factory site, okay, to ensure its existence. So you want to ensure that the factory exists. So to verify that, you might have actually visited that location. That's your procedure. But what could be its related evidence that you would collect that yes, you visited that place? That could be a photographic evidence. So maybe you're going to take a photograph of it. So photographic evidence of the visit to the factory site to ensure its existence. So this is how you basically write a procedure and its related evidence, correct? So now you have to be very, very sure that you know the basic difference between procedure, evidence, and risk is very easy. So when I've taught these concepts to you, I've taken an IFRS and related to that IFRS, I've given you a list of audit risks. And I don't believe in cramming, so I've not asked you to cram those. We've developed them in the class with common sense. Then we've made related audit procedures. So now if we develop that skill of making procedure out of an IFRS or a case study, now that is something which is going to help you to spontaneously act in your exam. You would not actually have to cram and vomit out something in the paper, right? So this is a skill that you should have. So the most important areas of your syllabus, as per me, are these. Audit risk, approximately 20-24 marks. You'll get the question short. Audit procedures, again, audit procedures and evidence could be for around another 15 to 20 marks. Ethics could be there for like 10 marks or so. So this paper is very predictable, okay? This paper actually really is predictable. Question number 1 is going to be related to short audit risk question, ROMM questions, risk of material misstatement, business risk. Then they will also discuss something about ethics in the question 1. They would put some direct theory question and they will put a procedures requirement. Question number 2 in your paper will be related to areas like comment on the matter. So you're going to comment on the quality of the audit. And then you will have some ethics issues there. There could be procedures tested. In question number 3, you will have relatively different topics. So the next topic you have is your review and report. So once the auditor has performed the work and collected the evidence, now is finally going to report it to the stakeholders that whether the financial statements are true and fair or not. That is basically reporting. So how do you make your audit report? That's a big question, right? So audit report format, how to make it, what goes into the audit report, then what does the auditor do in the review stage of the audit? All that is a different small topic. Then you have other assignments. Now it's not just the audit, which is an external engagement where you are by regulation asked to perform audit of a company. No, there are certain other assignments also. Like for example, there's a fraud in your company and you want to get it investigated. Who committed the fraud? What was my loss by that fraud? So I will have a forensic investigation, which an auditor can do. So this would be called as other assignment. Similarly, there could be a future cash flow forecast that I've prepared and I have pitched it to the bank to take a loan. So now again, I can get it reviewed, not audited, but reviewed. Because in audit, I'm giving a reasonable assurance. What is reasonable assurance? It's the best kind of assurance. Like almost you've done every work and then finally you say that, yes, reasonably, I believe that whatever is written here is correct. But that is audit where you do substantive testing. When you just review something, for example, usually I tell my students or give my students 2 kinds of work. One is assignment, another is homework. In the assignment, when they submit their assignment, we check your assignment word by word and we mark it. That is reasonable assurance because we have done substantive testing. We've literally seen every word of your assignment and then marked it. But when I talk about homework, in homework, it is very simple. I am just reviewing your work. I'm not marking it. I will just see, okay, presentation is fine. Words here and there are used, are correct or not. So that is limited assurance. So there are 2 kinds of assurances, reasonable and limited. So in audit, you get reasonable assurance, but in review engagements, you get limited assurance. All that is taught in the course. So if you're confused right now, all that is there. But what I'm trying to say is review engagements are other assignments like cash flow forecast review, due diligence review. When we are trying to buy a company, we want to do KYC of it. We want to see whether the assets that they've stated in the balance sheet are true or not. So that is basically due diligence review, which is also another assignment. So you can get questions related to that as well. So what exactly could be your paper looking like? Let me just show you a paper. Just give me a moment. I'll share my screen. Okay. So let's go to the paper. Here we go. So this is one of your AAA past papers. Just have a look at it. So we are going to enter into the June 2024 paper. The first question is worth 50 marks. And in the requirements, if you see, 40 marks are technical marks here. Okay. These are the technical marks that you have. And 10 marks are professional marks. I will discuss about professional marks in a moment. But let us see what areas are tested in the first question. See the requirements only. Right now, I don't expect you to understand anything, but at least have a look at the requirements. For 10 marks, evaluate the significant business risk to be considered in the planning of the group audit. So, business risk, that is a different topic, and we are supposed to evaluate it from the case study. So, at least 5 business risk for 10 marks, and I have to evaluate it. So, I'll be really good in my valuation skills. I should think about from the 360-degree perspective. Then, justify why each of the following issues have been identified as a significant risk of material misstatement. So here we are talking about audit risk. 14 marks are dedicated to it. So total like 24 marks from the planning stage of the audit. Then principal audit procedures to be performed directly for 8 marks. Then discuss the auditor's responsibility and impact. These are direct questions, right? So this last part is a direct question. So can you see what I told you exactly? Audit planning, 24 marks, procedures, 8 marks in the first half of the paper. So that means that's the core of my syllabus, right? So when I say core, I say it for a reason. You've seen it in front of you that majority of the first question was made up of the core area. Then come to the second question that is worth 25 marks. Again, what are the professional marks here? 5 marks. So what are the requirements? First requirement says, explain the ethical threats identified in the engagement. So this one is related to ethics. Evaluate the proposed safeguards. That is also related to ethics for 10 marks. Then evaluate professional and ethical matters related to fees and impact. This is again related to ethics. So 20 marks from ethics only. That's also kind of scenario which can be seen. So ethics is also a very, very important area of your syllabus. Then let's see the third question, the last one, worth another 25 marks. Discuss the group auditor's considerations when determining which components group audit work should be performed on. So I am supposed to discuss the auditor's consideration when determining which components audit work should be performed on. So this is a direct question again. See, don't use any exhibit when answering this requirement. So direct theory question. Then comment on the matters to be considered in relation to each of the issues. Possible classifications. This is like you've classified something as held for sale under IFRS. Which standard is held for sale? Yes. Which IFRS applies to assets held for sale? Let's see who remembers it. Very good. IFRS 5. That's great. You remember it. So here we are talking about an IFRS and we are supposed to comment what could be a possible misstatement. So I will have to state the standard as it is. So I need IFRS knowledge. Then possible classification of laundry company as a discontinued operation. Again, IFRS 5 for 11 marks. Then use the information, justify an appropriate audit opinion. So this one is related to audit report. So the third question related to IFRSs and the review and reporting part. No other assignment was tested. So this is how the question paper looks like, and we have 20 professional marks. Okay. So if I have to talk about the format of the paper, there are 80 technical marks out of 100, and there are 20 professional marks. Now that is something we are seeing for the first time. I'm sure if this one is your second professional paper and SBR was your first professional paper, you've never seen 20 professional marks in SPR. You used to write in bullet points and you were getting 1 mark for every relevant point. But over here, we are supposed to write in paragraphs. So why are we getting these 20 professional marks? Number one, for our presentation, that's for sure. So our presentation, like making a proper format of a briefing note, giving headings, and writing in small paragraphs, stopping the paragraph at a right point and then starting at a correct note, all of that. Then you're getting marks for evaluation. What is evaluation? When you think about everything. Yes, you think from all the perspectives. You have a 360-degree approach. So you are thinking about way forward as well, right? Why it would have happened, what would be its future implication. So whatever is happening in the case study, you think about it in very much detail. That is evaluation. You cover every perspective. Then analysis, when you try to create some plausible relationships between certain things. If this happened, this could be the reason of it, and this could what it imply, because the ratio has changed in certain way, that is again suggesting a risk. So all of that, right? Analysis. Then you are supposed to also show skepticism. How can you show skepticism? If in a case study they say that the manager is not ready to give you a file, you've been requesting for that file since long, but the manager is not providing you the file. So you can be skeptical here. What is trying to hide from you? So that is a skepticism point. Then your commercial acumen. What is commercial acumen? When you think about cost and benefit, if I do something, what would be its cost, even though it is required, but what would be its cost versus what I'm going to get from it? So all these skills, when you apply in a particular situation or your answers, that's when you get 20 professional marks. So if your evaluation is on not point, you're writing vague answers, you're just writing the answers from the top only, like you're not in writing depth answers. So you will lose these professional marks. That's how you get the professional marks. And that's basically your exam format. Question 1 worth 50 marks. Question 2 worth 25 marks. Question 3 worth another 25 marks. Are we guys clear on this? Yes. Are we all clear till here? Okay, that's great. Let's move on. Let us discuss your planner now. Here you have your planner for AAA. So all the students who are planning to join the course or who are already part of the course, you're going to watch the recordings for the concepts and certain practice. Then we are going to have weekend live classes, 8 p.m. Indian time. These are on Sundays, okay? So we are going to meet for ethics and money laundering on 22nd March. So today you start this area from your portal. If you have not enrolled yet, you can enroll on tgprofs.com, and you can just get started with the recording. They are already available. So 16th of March is what you're doing ethics. Then 22nd of March, you'll complete it. Then we'll have a session on it at 8 p.m. Indian time. In this session, I'm going to take your doubts. And doubts are also clarified on the WhatsApp group. Once you enroll, you're added to a paid WhatsApp group where we have a TA and me to respond. And you're going to have your live class for your doubt clarification as well. Plus, we are going to do practice from that particular area, that too past paper practice, not a simple practice from just TYUs or something like that, but a past paper practice. Then audit planning and small theory areas like audit planning theory plus small theory areas like what goes into the engagement letter, how to accept the engagement, all that stuff from 23rd March till 29th March. Then 30th of March, we're going to have a session on it. Then IFRS audit risk, the core area. This one is the core area. So I've given you 2 weeks for it. Also, group audit is included within it. So this time I've not kept group audit separately. Group audit is included within it. So IFRS audit risk procedure evidences and group audit, you're supposed to get done with it by 12th of April. Now I have planned this for a reason because I think 14th April you guys are getting your results. So by 12th of April, get done with the very important area so that even if the results, let's God forbid, I hope you all pass by the way, but we should be ready for the worst also. So if anything goes against us, by 12th of April, we are done with the majority of AAA. So even if I flunk in the paper that I gave in March, I can still pick up AAA along with that paper. So that should be my strategy so that if I start my preparation now, my 1 month is not wasted. Yes. So we have to think strategically. So by 12th of April, I will get done with all these areas because after that, it's a cakewalk. Once you get done with this area, after that, it is literal cakewalk. 13th of April, we are going to have a live session on it. Then you'll do review and reporting by 19th of April. Then we'll have a session on 20th. Other assignments and other small areas you'll do by 27th of April. But we will have a session on 2nd of May. So I've given that buffer time to you. From 27 April to 2nd May, if there would be any backlog, you can cover that. Then we will have Super 20 live classes in May. If you guys have followed me for SBR, I need not explain you what do I mean by Super 20. Yes, do you know Super 20? You've done SBR with me or you've watched free sessions on SBR. So Super 20 sessions are basically some star questions that we do towards the completion of our syllabus. So in addition to the BPP kit questions and ACCA Study Hub questions that I've provided you on the portal, I'll also solve Super 20 questions live with you. So this is going to be our plan going forward from 22nd of March onwards for our live classes, and your recordings start from today itself. Are we guys clear on this plan? Is there any doubt? Please go ahead and ask your doubt. Okay. I missed the starting. Is it? Yes, it is going to be available on YouTube, Julie. SBR passed few years ago. IFRS week now is AAA doable. Uh, I will teach you IFRS in AAA also. I have SBR in September and have forgotten few concepts. So could you please tell how deeply I should revise the concepts? Drishti, honestly, in my course, because I'm teaching SBR also, so I have added few portions. And in the core area, first I explain the standard and then explain the audit. However, many people out there, they don't do this because they assume this knowledge. But since I'm teaching SBR, I've inculcated this into your course. So you need not worry. Okay. SBR and AAA classes in Super 20 prep. No, Usman, they can't overlap. The classes can't overlap because it's me who's teaching. So I can't be, at two places at a single time. So that's your answer. My biggest worry is worrying and working and studying. Okay, can you please guide on this? Sure, Aisha, I'll guide you on this. In fact, what you can do is you guys are already enrolled, I suppose. And if you are part of the WhatsApp group, in the description of that group, you will find a link through which you can schedule a call with me one on one. So there are some dedicated slots every day that I have given to my students when I can get on one mentorship calls with you. So you can just book that call slot with me, and Aisha, we can have a discussion on how you can manage your timetable according to what is going on with you. So I can give you generalized guideline in a session, but when we are on call, we can discuss it in detail. Okay. What about those who've been exempted from AA? Doesn't matter. We will do it from scratch because anyway, AA is quite easy subject. AAA is totally different. AAA is, more related to SBR than to AA. Okay, I was hoping if you could tell me the basic difference between AAA and AFM. I'm somewhat confused with the syllabus of the two. Gargi, these are two different papers. AAA is like audit. It's all about theory. It's all about practically applying it to the financial statements and imagining yourself that you're an auditor. AFM is more about valuations. It's more about how to measure certain things and the debt of the company, the equity, working capital, all that stuff. So that is a different zone. That is more towards numbers, and AAA is more towards theory and application. Walkthrough of the website, please. Sure. Could you please give us a walkthrough of the portal? Yes. AAA possible with self-study? Yes, yes, it is possible if you want to. Just make sure that you are practicing enough. Okay, so that's totally your call. But I would suggest if not taking a full course, at least go for a crash course because you will get a mock, you'll get Super 20 questions, you'll get like a guidance, and if not with me, with anyone else out there, so that AAA has certain issues with the writing skill. So I don't want you to go blinded into the preparation like, okay, I'm good in my writing skill, but there's no one to review your questions and answers, so you don't actually know whether you're really good or not. So I'll highly recommend that go for a guide or a mentor who can tell you whether you're on the right track or not. Okay, I'm doing both SBR and AAA. How can I manage both? Uh, Harita, again, you can get in touch with me over the call. If you're enrolled with me, you'll have it the link of getting in call with me. And secondly, Google SBR and AAA together. You'll see a video. Just watch that. Okay. Super 20 for March in portal. Yes. So right now the Super 20 have not happened, Zaman. So the March ones are there. So these are also something that you will do as a recording, but the ones for the June will be done in the month of May, right? Okay, do we need to buy BPB textbook and cover all the topics? No, no, no need to do textbook. We have to simply do the lectures, do the notes that I'll provide you, and do the exam kit of BPP. That's it. Ma'am, I'm giving SPR in June, AAA in September. Okay, so if you're planning to give AAA in September, you can enroll into the June course, okay? And by 15th of April, I will let out a form and you just fill in that form and you get an extension into September batch. So there is one free extension provided you inform us by 15th of April. So if you inform me after 15th of April, you will not get free extension. And if you flunk the paper of June exam and you want to resit the paper, then you get 50% discount for the resit batch. So that's like one of the policy that I wanted to clear before you plan on to enroll so that you have a clarity of mind. Okay, awesome. Uh, Content of AAA seems to be smaller. Is this true in your opinion? Yes. Aisha, as I said, that AAA has a very easy syllabus. So the syllabus is not a problem with us. It's the application. So you'll see the questions are same. The live sessions will be same, the number of sessions, but the concepts are very easy. Go through the videos. You'll understand yourself. The concepts are butterwork. So it's just that I'm explaining you like a story and then you're reading the notes. They're getting done very easily. It's the core area of IFRS and audit risk, which is quite difficult. Then the application. Rest everything is very easy. Okay. Let me just give you the let me just give you a walkthrough of your website. Just give me a moment. Okay. Here we go. So this is how it looks like. Okay, June 2025 AAA course. There will be few changes to this, but for your first, so this is for like 132 hours as of now without any live class. So we have like orientation. So today we are having our orientation. So I will add it here today. So these are certain live classes of the previous attempt. Okay. These are related to ethics, money laundering, audit risk, audit evidence, and stuff. But what you are supposed to do, you're not supposed to start from here. You're supposed to start from introduction. Then you're supposed to do ethics and money laundering. That's your first week agenda, which is freshly available on the website. So by the end of this, then I will see if there are any changes I have to make here. But audit risk is also available for you. Then audit evidence and procedures are also available for you. Okay. So this involves the core areas like IFRS plus its related risk and procedure. Then group audit. This is what you're doing within 2 weeks. 1 week you can do this, second week you can do this. Then review engagements and other assignments, right? Then reporting. So these are reporting detailed videos. Then we have some old questions. Okay. Uh, these are old questions which are voluntary for you to attend, which are related to some old BPP kit questions. And this is something which is from the BPP kit plus your ACCA study hub. Like 19 videos plus 16 more videos from questions. We are approximately covering like 40 to 50 questions in this. Plus we'll be doing 20 more. So that's making the whole difference. Okay. And I will be adding some more videos in the portions which are not related to first week. First week is clearly available to you. After this session, you'll refresh your portal and few more recordings related to other assignments and some basic theory areas like fraud, laws and regulation. I'll be adding some more videos related to that. So right now, the week one agenda is clearly there with you. And the most important part, I also emphasized this in my SBR orientation yesterday, is this. This is the gold mine. This is not something which everyone has the benefit to get. This is a video library of questions, video exam library, where you get questions, my written questions, my answers to those questions, plus a debrief on that. This is something which will make a difference to pass. Plus, you will have more sessions like this for your particular attempt, which will involve exclusive Super 20 questions. Plus, there will be mocks. Two mocks will be conducted. One will be marked and one will be only debriefed. Okay. There will be 6 assignments. And for those who want to like enroll, what you can do is you have to just simply visit the website. Okay, so let me tell you how. So this is how you visit the website. You just search for tgprofs.com, and I am right now here at uh, courses, but I can just go to tgprofs.com and I'll first verify myself to be a human. And then I just go to AAA here, very handy for you. Okay. I would read about what all is there within the course and I'll see whether it fits my studying style or not. Then I can have a trial class here. So trial classes are also available. Also, trial classes are available on the YouTube. Okay. So this one is related to December. So let's go on and just click on the buy now option. So this is going to take you to the AAA June 2025. You go here and here you have it, right? So this is something which is going to be offered to you. And this is showing me in Indian rupees because I'm right now sitting in India. If you're sitting outside India, you'll see it in dollars or your currency. Here I've clearly written the policy of extension. And then you can just buy the course by adding your billing address and applying the coupon code to get the discount, right? So that's how it works. I hope you guys are clear on how the course works. Plus, once you add it into the group, you will be getting access to, uh, you know, the notes as well related to AAA. Okay, so all this is included, Farah. I hope your doubt is clear now. Where can I find in the Farah, this one, this area? Audit evidence, IFRSs, and procedure. So all this area involves even this one. So here in the audit evidence procedures part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. Here I've discussed the IFRS plus told you the related risk procedure. If you still want to like revise only IFRSs and not audit risk and evidence, we have grand revisions. Okay, so if let's suppose you tell me, ma'am, I want more content on a particular standard, I've attended the grand revision on YouTube, I want more content. So yes, I can add that content here for you. If you know a very brief, for example, you say I don't remember IS 33, so I can add a video for you for the IS 33 because all I have to do is just copy from SPR to AAA course. So it's already there in the SBR course. I'll just make it available for AAA. But these videos already have the important IFRSs and their related audit risk, evidence, and procedure. Correct? I hope I'm clear. Yes, Neha, it will be made available, as I said, that's part of your second week agenda. So that would be uploaded like in a day or two. Okay. Let's see, will June 2023 kit suffice? Yes, it would. There is no change in the syllabus. Class notes which are given in the portal, I've got them printed, the notes that you will provide on WhatsApp. Yes, Drishti, they're same. They're same. So you just get them printed. I got them spiraled when I was a student myself. I used those same notes. So those are the notes which my tutor gave. She was somewhere here in the local area, and she was a chartered accountant, Indian chartered accountant. and she just taught me, and I just changed few things here and there, and then I've been using that as a student also. So first time I introduced those notes, I told everyone that yes, these are the notes that I used as a student also. So I really trust these notes. So you have to use them as well. Okay, can we have short notes for the standards? Yep, I would share that as well. The SBR notes with you, no problem. How important the AAA article, they are too long. You're not supposed to read any article. If you're enrolling into the course, why do you want to read any article? Articles are just a repetition of your syllabus. There are few articles which are like current issues. We have two current issues in AAA which we cover in live classes. Like for example, we have one on sustainable assurance, another we have on data analytics. These are the two important articles. Apart from that, you're not supposed to do anything extra. Do we have notes for SBR? Yes, of course. SBR notes are attached along with every session. So every class that you watch, together with it, SBR notes are attached on the portal. Double A, no, I don't have double A notes. Okay. How do you check the writing skills? That is something which we see your format. Okay, how do you write the format? How good words or professional words are you using? That's how we check your writing skills. Plus, how relevant you are. What is being asked? Are you answering that, or are you babbling around the bush? So that's what we check. Ma'am, can I enroll from today in both SBR and AAA as I've now had both the orientation? Yes, Usman, please go ahead. Go to the website, enroll, use the coupon code. Make sure you use the coupon code. Will there be AAA notes from your end, or we make our own? There will be notes from my side. It's also there on the website. You have to just download it, print it, and keep it on your desk. Okay. Uh, Possible to keep new videos separate to reduce the risk of missing. Okay, Asif, sure, sure. If whenever I'll add the new video, I'll put it on the group that hi guys, I've added this video, so you can just go and watch and keep a check on it. Okay. Yep. So I hope we all are clear on this. Whatever we've discussed today is like I hope I've not missed on any doubt from you guys, and also I would, be very happy to see you on call with me if you have any doubts which are not to be asked on the group, or is there something stuck in your mind regarding your preparation. I'm not talking about technical doubts. For technical doubts, you have a WhatsApp group, you have live classes. For that, I prefer to have this pen with me and, annotate on the board and teach. Uh, and then we have a TA for you to answer your queries, like which you get spontaneously. For that, you might not schedule a call, but if you're stuck in your preparation, sometimes you're demotivated, you're off the track, whatever happens, you guys can schedule the call with me from the description link. So I think there are a few students who are trying to reach out to me. Just go to the WhatsApp description. There is a Calendly link. Click on that. See what is the available date and the time. Already, I think tomorrow and day after tomorrow are booked. So after that, you can start booking your calls. Okay. So already I have like 4 5 students who are going to reach out to me tomorrow and day after tomorrow. Uh, no, Farah, I do not give TYUs for homework. In AAA, we do not have TYUs. Okay, that's SBR thing. So in AAA, you do follow the recordings. Then on the live class we meet, and in the live class I give you homework. So that's on the weekends, on Sundays, right? Okay. So that's it, guys. I hope I was helpful in this particular session. If you like the content, do let me know as a feedback, and just hope to see you in the class very, very soon. And yes, it's a weekend class, so see you on 22nd of March. Sundays are AAA days, so keep them free for me. I hope everyone has a holiday on that day, and 8 p.m. Indian time. Even if you miss the live class, the recording will be made available. So that's it. Uh, okay. SBR, I got Yeah, Purva, but that was the thing that you got in your exam that was not even there in the article. So, like, you know, so they just ask it from anywhere. So something which is out of the box, it's not true that you are going to uh, get it in the paper. So it was related to sustainable reporting, and sustainable reporting is something that we covered. And we also did a question in the Super 20 questions of SBR that related to emissions and that related to stuff. I still remember it was a very recent past paper, the December 2024. So again, like, okay, if you want to read the articles, that's your choice, but it is not recommended because they're repetition of the syllabus. So that's, if you're reading the notes, notes are the substitute for the articles. Notes are made up out of the articles, right? So yeah, okay. I hope we are clear on that. You read it before the exam day. That's great. That's great. Current issue articles and new articles we must read. Yep. Current issues are there in SBR. In AAA, we do not have current issues. We just have two important articles: sustainable assurance, which is a new standard on exposure draft on sustainable reporting. And just like we have in SBR sustainable reporting, in AAA also we are going to audit the sustainable reports. So there's an article on that. And plus we have an article on data analytics, right? Okay, I'll share it again on the group. And that's it, guys. Good night. Take care. Goodbye. All the very best. And I hope you all pass with flying colors. Let us start with the batch and with the course with a full zeal. And I hope you maintain this momentum throughout the quarter. And it's a marathon. It's not like you will start today, then stop, then start, then stop. No, start slow. Okay. Don't rush in the very beginning. Start slow, take your time, get adapted. That's why I've given you leverage of just ethics and money laundering in the first week. And then we'll take up the pace. So it is going to be a marathon. So start slow and then pick up the pace, and not that first pick up the pace and then depreciate it. No. So that's it. Goodbye, good night, take care. To join global WhatsApp group, Farah, just WhatsApp me on my number. So I'm just dropping my number on the chat box, and you will also find it on the website. And any random YouTube video of mine, you will find it there. So this is the number. Just text here, hi. You'll get the link to the WhatsApp group. Bye, everyone. Good night.